Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step-by-step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out. You're listening to the Affirmation Addict podcast with Pyle Corley. This podcast will teach you about the power of affirmations while making manifestation easy and accessible for you in order to enhance your spiritual consciousness. Thank you so much for being here, and now it's time to get started. Hi, love. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my app, Affirm It. It's an app I've created to help you practice affirmations, manifestation, and spirituality. It has thousands of daily affirmations that you can affirm and swipe through, including exclusively curated collections for just what you're going through, from anxiety to confidence, to career growth to love, and so much more. You're going to have unlimited access to our library of meditations, visualizations, and our signature guided affirmations when you join. Affirm It is a place you can come to work on your self-improvement through our guides, practices, and journaling. One of my favorite features the app has is our affirmation notifications, which can help you easily affirm anytime, anywhere. I like to call them the good kind of notifications. Start your free 7-day trial by heading to the show notes and clicking the link, or go to your phone's app store and search for Affirm It. After our free trial, the subscription is just $4.49 a month, or $44 for the entire year. We can't wait to see you in the app. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Affirmation Addict podcast. This is Pyle, and today we're going to be talking about little shifts that have helped me really manifest my dream life. I just want to share some small perspective shifts that have actually worked for me, and you've probably heard them before. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it really has made a difference. And I want to shed some light on these topics because I think when we think of manifestation, we have this like set preconception of what it should look like, what it's going to be like. And some of these things feel like they're not always related, but they really make such a big difference for me. So starting off, the first number tip I have for you is to surround myself with people who uplift me and who impact me. And I know this is so cheesy, and this is probably the most obvious tip. However, the reason it's so important to me is because the people around us are always impacting us. And you might think, okay, well, I don't have a choice. I have certain family members. I have certain siblings. And that's what I want to dive into. I think we always assume that whole phrase, right? Like the 5 people you spend the most time with, they are the ones who really impact your beliefs and your reality. Well, with social media, with the internet, with how connected we all are, it doesn't always have to be people in your physical world. Think about books. Think about podcasts like me. Maybe I'm someone you listen to all the time. Think about how many things that you consume that you might not even know the person, but you're probably unconsciously spending so much energetic time with them, whether it's through listening to their music, through their podcasts, through their Instagram posts, whatever it is. So when it comes to surrounding yourself with people who you really resonate with, don't always put so much pressure on the physical, because maybe you don't have an option. Maybe you don't have friends that really align with you right now, and that's okay. You can call that in. But what you do have control over this second is what you're consuming. So for me, I listen to podcasts or I read books of people that inspire me, that have lifestyles that I want, or that have belief systems that I'm really inspired by. And some of those people are just famous authors. Some of my favorite authors are really classic authors in the manifestation world, like Louise Hayes and Wayne Dyer. Those are some of my favorite authors to look back on and reconnect with when I don't necessarily feel my best and I want to feel uplifted and I want to feel reconnected. So that's really what I recommend for you. And don't feel bad if the physical people in your life don't have the best mindsets. Don't work on changing them. That's not what I'm suggesting. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is you really do have control on who you spend time with, even if it's not physical, which when I learned this, when I really understood what this meant, I felt so empowered. So I hope this one helps you. Number 2 is cut out the noise. Okay, this is a little bit opposite of the first one, but what I mean by cutting out the noise is cut out distractions of all types. And I want to start with some examples because I realized on my journey that when I know something good is coming and a good change is coming, I would go out of my way to distract myself. Now, what that means and what that looked like for me was I knew I could grab my journal, write my affirmations. I knew it took 2 minutes, but those 2 minutes were better spent scrolling on my phone, or they were better spent watching TV, or they were better spent doing a random chore around the house that really didn't matter. I would distract myself because I subconsciously and consciously knew that it was good for me, but my mind and my body resisted that change because change is unfamiliar and it's uncomfortable. And that's just how we're wired. So I would intentionally distract myself. And that's the first type of noise I really want to talk about, because when it comes to our distractions, a lot of them are actually self-imposed. So if you start to bring awareness to the procrastination habits you have, or when you're pushing off things that you know are good for you, be gentle with yourself because it is natural, but also just notice and be aware of it. The second type of noise that I really want to call out is the noise of things that don't resonate with you, the noise of gossip, the noise of music that you just listen to because it's trendy, the noise of celebrity gossip or trends or pop culture or news if it stresses you out, that type of noise, the media, if not all media, but the media that doesn't align with you, or the different things that don't align with you. Cut out that noise, because that noise and that distraction is impacting your vibration. It's impacting how you feel, and that ultimately is impacting your manifestation. The other type of noise I really want to bring up is different beliefs and things that you feel like you should do, different things that you feel like have to happen, those assumptions, those beliefs, those expectations. That's a big part of the way we operate. That's a big part of the way we all make decisions, is how we think we need to be, what we think this should look like, what we think the process should be. So I really want to invite you to cut out that noise. And what that looks like is really reframing your beliefs. That's where affirmations can come in. So these are just a few of the tips that really resonate with me of how to cut out the noise. Because once I started cutting out the noise, once I started turning down the volume of things that didn't serve me, it allowed my inner voice, my inner wisdom to turn up. It allowed my intuition to be louder. It allowed me to actually know what makes me happy and not just whatever everyone else likes and whatever society likes. It gave me permission to truly, truly understand what actually resonates with me. And the third tip I have, a third shift, is noticing how much energy and what my energy is like when I am in the middle of my manifestation, when I am practicing. So this is a really big one. I recently just made a post about it too. And this is, I think, going to sound a little contradictory. So if you have questions on it, please follow up with me. But when it comes to manifesting, especially manifesting something specific, right? Like our soulmate or our dream job, all of the classic things, we oftentimes put so much pressure on it that our underlying emotion when we're actually saying those affirmations is desperation or stress or worry or lack or the fact that it's not here yet. And the thing is when that is our underlying emotion, that's what the universe is picking up on. Now, I really want to make it clear, I'm not asking you to feel good all the time. I'm not asking you or telling you that you have to feel happy all the time. What I'm asking you is, when it comes to what you're manifesting, how does the manifestation process actually feel for you? Does the manifestation process feel exciting and empowering, or does it feel like a to-do list item that you have to do to get a result? Does it feel conditional? Because the difference between conditional manifestation and unconditional manifestation is truly how you feel about it. When it's a conditional manifestation, your happiness, your contentment, your level of success really depends on if that manifestation shows up and when it shows up. If it's unconditional, you're manifesting from a layer of and from a lens of empowerment, from excitement, from eagerness, from gratitude. And you feel good with or without your manifestation. You feel content with or without your manifestation. And you know how to appreciate all the different things that you have. And that's what I really want to encourage you to do when you're manifesting and when you're putting in this time, is notice, how do you actually feel? Notice if your emotions feel good, if they feel bad, if they feel forced, because the energy which you're putting into your practice is what the universe is going to respond to. The other layer of that is noticing how much energy you're spending. Maybe you spend 5 minutes saying your affirmations and journaling. What is your energy like the rest of the day? Those 23 hours and 55 minutes. What is your energy like when you think about your manifestation? What's your immediate perception? What is your energy like thinking about other things? How does it actually feel to you? Because when we realize that it's not just about the 5 minutes of affirmations, it's about how we always feel day to day. It's not just about the 30 seconds of breath work. It's not just about those little things. It's a sum total of how you really feel. And if you make your biggest priority how you feel, you will, no matter what, start to shift what shows up into your life. That's just the way it works. And so I don't mean this to say you have to feel good all the time. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, if you can prioritize managing how you feel because you simply care about how you feel, a lot of your manifestations will have more openings and more channels to actually flow into your life. And it'll feel less like work and more of just a way of being. And this is really what I mean by when I say like manifestation is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle of embodiment, of always working, always growing to be your best self. Because that's when it becomes a practice. That's when it becomes a life. It's not a lifestyle if you're just using this stuff to go get your soulmate and then you want to forget about it. It's not a lifestyle if you just want a quick fix or if you want a quick result. That's not what manifestation is all about for me. Manifestation for me is all about observing how I feel, feeling better and better, and getting to this place where I feel so good that even if I don't have a specific desire, things still flow to me. And that's truly what I'm becoming in this moment. What I'm working towards becoming and working towards embodying is becoming a version of myself that just feels so good that good things keep flowing. It's just the way that works, because once you can turn off the conditional manifestation, that unconditional flow of goodness and universal blessings seriously is unstoppable. So those are my 3 little shifts that have helped me really manifest my dream life. So number 1 is notice who you surround yourself with, whether it's physically, digitally, or energetically. Choose who you spend more time with. If you have a friend that doesn't always resonate with you, spend more time listening to an audiobook from an author who really inspires you. Make a little bit of a shift there. Number 2 is to cut out the noise. So cut out noise, cut out distractions, cut out the self-sabotaging thoughts. Start to turn down the volume of the noise that's not serving you so that you can start to listen to and turn up the volume of the things that really do serve you. And number 3 is to really notice and manage your energy in a 24-hour day when you're practicing your manifestations, and embody the fact that manifestation is a lifestyle. It's not just a one-time thing. So I hope these 3 little tips were helpful. I have some really big things coming your guys' way. So stay tuned on Instagram, on our email list. I have some big announcements, some big shifts coming, a lot of things I'm letting go of also. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope this episode resonated with you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Whether you're new to my community or you've been here for a while, I think it's really obvious that affirmations are very important to me. The reason they're so important to me is because affirmations have truly helped me manifest my dream job, my dream home, my dream business, my soulmate, and everything in between. And I truly feel like it's my duty to share that forward with you. I've created a totally free masterclass called Affirmations 101, where I teach you how to create your own affirmation practice using the same techniques I use to manifest everything I just talked about. It's absolutely free, so head to the show notes below and just click the link for Affirmations 101 and you can get started right away. I hope you enjoy, and I hope this helps you on your journey. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If this episode resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could rate and review the podcast and share it on your social media so I know to keep creating episodes that are inspiring you to manifest. I'm so genuinely grateful for the time we shared today, and I'd love for you to join the community by following @AffirmationAddict on Instagram. To continue diving into spirituality and manifestation, head over to my website, affirmation-addict.com. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and so much healing energy.